I just got myself a spacer laser. Yeah! Hey, all you amazing people! How has everybody been? It is so good to be back. It is so good to be back and to be in my own house and to be sleep in my own bed and to clean my own crap. No, actually, I did a lot of cleaning when I was in Utah because my stepmom has really high expectations. Look at this! Look at all these cool people! We've got Shine Spark, we've got Hayes, Chain. Good to see you guys. Jordachi, I see you. I see you guys. So good to see you guys. It's so good to be back. We had a lovely time, but I am really glad we didn't stay longer than a week. I think a week would have been too long for everybody involved. And I had originally thought that we might try staying a week or past a week, okay, so the flight we took is this direct flight that goes to, it is very, very much the Mormon capital of the world. It's true. Although I will say, I'll be honest, when I went to church with my dad, it was fast and testimony meeting, which is when the first Sunday of every month, we always fast for 24 hours. And it basically is just kind of a way to sacrifice something and suffer just a teeny bit, sacrifice just a little bit to kind of give a boost to something we would like to see happen, whether it's somebody that's sick in your family or somebody who, like my brother's struggling right now, anything like that. And then the church, we don't have like a talk or anything. We just have people don't give talks. They just go up and basically talk about things that they believe to be true, and they bear their testimony of the gospel. They talk about something that happened with them regarding prayer, or something that happened with them regarding, I don't know. It's kind of a Sunday that people can kind of get up and share their thoughts without being officially asked. And I will not lie. I thought there was going to be a whole lot of I'm thankful for my family and such a blessing. And a brand new temple just opened right down the street from my dad and stepmom, and they're having an open house right now. So anybody can go through the whole temple and see the whole thing. And so we took my brother, my sister, my girls, we all went through the temple. And so there were a lot of people that talked about that. But honestly, it was actually a really lovely meeting. And I feel kind of bad that I kind of judged prematurely and was like, oh, I'm going to see all these little old ladies get up there, or not little old ladies, but like, you know, all these women get up there and cry and be like, I just am so grateful for the Lord. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but it just was very stereotypical in my brain. And I didn't have any of that. It was actually a really lovely meeting, and I felt kind of guilty for assuming, stereotyping kind of. But it was a really great trip, and it was fun, and it was great. And we actually almost didn't make it because I forgot my phone. So 15 minutes into the drive, we had to turn around and drive all the way back home and get my phone, which knocked off 30 minutes of our drive, which we didn't really have. And then it turned out our flight flew out of a completely different terminal that I didn't even know existed. So we literally made it on that airplane with like 10 minutes to spare. It was bananas. I am so glad we made that flight. So we almost didn't make it out there, but we did. Yay! And we had a great time, and it was lovely seeing my dad and, you know, my dad and my stepmom. And, you know, my dad is at that age where I just never know if the next time I'm going to see him, I never know if this is the last time I'm going to see him, which I don't want to dwell on because that makes me sad. So, Grandpa, how are you? Shine Spark, I do the same thing, but with walks in the heat. Feels like I'm suffering for something. Well, that's like an extra oomph, right? I feel the same way. Lou, thank you for the lurk. I appreciate that. Mariners, good to see you. Jay, thank you so much. Mariners, are you in Hawaii right now? Can we all be jealous of Mariners? Because, oh my gosh, I just saw that picture. Ugh. Mariners is the luckiest one out of all of us because obviously Mariners is like reigning supreme. Yay! You know what? I went to Costco too! Twice this week. I went to Costco. First full day we were in Utah. I went to Costco and we went for lunch, and I fed my whole family to the, like, stuffed to the gills for under $10. The best pizza in the world. And then we stopped by Costco on the way home from the airport yesterday because we were going to go to Torchy's Tacos, but there was a Costco right there. And I was like, wait, let's go to Costco because it's cheaper. And I know my girls are going to eat it. So it's Michael. I have returned and I played a lot of Tears of the Kingdom and I got nothing done. Even though I played it a whole lot, I still haven't done anything regarding the story. And actually, I'm playing it again today because I just made a massive discovery and I can't even, like, I need to play it. So we're gonna dive into that because I've been trying to figure out this whole situation and I think I finally just figured it out. So I'm like beyond excited. Okay, well, I've never had Chicago pizza, so I don't want to offend anybody and their pizza tastes, but all I'm saying is from somebody that came from like Utah and somebody that has never had Chicago pizza, Costco pizza is like super good pizza. Not to mention that's only $1.99 for a slice. And so I can feed all my family with under $10. It was great because we all had pieces of pizza, we had drinks, and we had churros. And it was great. But Auden was super tired and cranky and didn't eat anything except maybe 3 little bites of pizza. JR, how was my trip? My trip was great. We had a great time. I am so happy to be home though. I'm happy to be in my own space. The space at my dad and stepmom's house is very, very small. They have this tiny, tiny little section of their gigantic basement that they have officially finished and made into bedrooms. It's 2 little tiny bedrooms and a bathroom. The bathroom's really nice. Bedrooms are a little on the small side. And I had literally nowhere to put my stuff. So I just had to kind of keep it in. I literally had to fold up piles of like my clothes, Auden's clothes, and Charlotte's clothes and just shove them like under the bed. I didn't have a dresser. I didn't have a hanging shelf. I didn't even have any shelf or like closet space. Nothing. And so my stepmom is a little particular about her house. And so she would be like, just make sure you clean up downstairs. I'm like, okay, where am I supposed to put all my stuff? Not to mention, Charlotte was sleeping on an air mattress on the floor. So our room was completely packed. Like there was no space to walk anywhere or anything. It was better than sharing a bed with her though, because the first night we were there, I shared a bed and I didn't sleep at all because she was like doing a tap dance on my back pretty much the whole time. So my stepmom is very particular about the cleanliness of her home, but she never goes downstairs. So I didn't really understand why we needed to like make sure it was spotless. there was a little bit of passive aggressive stuff going on between she and I because I don't want to step on her toes, but I also feel like she's really judgmental of me, but yeah, I took 5 inches off my hair. Michael's going to get his haircut. So my stepsister cuts hair out of her house for her family. And so my dad was like, I need a haircut. And I was like, I need a haircut. So yeah, she took 5 inches off and it now doesn't look like it's so bad. So like I've got these little shorties here from my shaving the sides of my head incident. And now it doesn't look like they're quite so behind on the growth process. It looks like they'll finally eventually be able to catch up to the rest of my hair. Whereas when my hair was down to here, it felt like it was never going to happen. Chicago pizza is a pie. Chains north of 80 hours, 3 dungeons down. That's how I'm going to be. I don't even know how many hours I've put in. I guess I can check. How many hours have I put in? I don't know how many hours, but I am not even in any hurry. Like, it's been great. I totally played for 75 hours or more. Okay, 75 hours or more, and I still only have 2 dungeons down. But like I said, I just made a big discovery. So I feel like I have to, Also, regarding my sound, I hope you don't have any issues with the sound because I cannot figure out this sound delay. I can't figure out why it's only delayed. Okay, it's not delayed now. I can't figure out why it's delayed only on my end, and I found another fix. So let me know if it goes wonky when we get to the game. Well, the game isn't up yet. It's not this. The YouTube sound is totally fine, and lo and behold, it's almost 10 to 1 and my baby fell asleep. Whoop, whoop. She napped almost every day we were there. There was one day she didn't nap. Also, Cage isn't here, but if she shows up, I'll do this again. But I have to just give a shout out to my sister Katie and my brother Joe, but we only saw Joe for like a day and a half. But Katie is literally the best aunt in the entire world. Katie is hands down the coolest aunt, and my girls absolutely adore her. And when Katie is around, Charlotte only has eyes for Auntie Katie. She doesn't even have eyes for me. She just adores her. She is the best aunt. And I know that there will be some people who can't hang out because I may depart due to kingdom issues, but I respect your choice. I can't wait for my theater play to be over and play every night. Wait a minute, what theater play? Are you in a play right now? What? I wish I was in a play. Kind of. That's a lot of work. I don't know. I don't know about the community play theater place in this city. I'm not really sure. Okay, wait. We have a Chicago style pizza place. Shane has a Chicago style pizza place. The menu says takes 30 to 40 minutes to cook, so you know what you're getting into. So is it basically like a casserole? Like a cheese casserole with some like pepperoni thrown in there? There's a difference between Chicago style and Chicago pizza. I've had Chicago style pizza other places and it's not the same. That actually makes sense because the French bread and like the baguettes that you can buy in Europe are very different than the French bread and the baguettes that you buy in America. They're named the same and they look semi the same, but they are not the same at all. No way. Autumn naps during a Susie stream and angels get their wings. Yes, I know. I guess I was putting her down too early or too late, I guess. I don't know, but she also had a really big week, so. Did I watch Summer Game Fest? I did not. Okay, wait. I liked Prince of Persia and Final Fantasy VII Part 2. Is there more of an ad for Final Fantasy VII? What do they call it? Is it reunion for the second part? Y'all, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how they're gonna do the entire game in 3 pieces unless they cut out a huge chunk. Cause they added Jesse's story on top. They could have, I've already discussed this and I'm gonna get worked up. I don't know how they're gonna do it all in 3. When was the Game Fest? Katie treated me to a cafe called Zupa's in Utah. I don't know if it's anywhere else. It's not here in Texas, but it is the best soup, salad, and sandwich place. So good. Oh, Rebirth. Part 2 is 2 discs? Oh, it was yesterday. Well, I haven't even heard a thing about it. I didn't even know it was a thing. Oh my gosh. Well, because I remember they showed like a teeny bit of the second part. What was it, like 6 months ago? And it was like, meep, tiny little scene. And I was like, okay, that's the exciting part. Everything else looks the same. Jay grew up on Navajo tacos in Southeast Utah. Had what they called a Navajo taco out here in Chicago. It was chili on pita bread. Yep, see? It is sometimes some things are not the same. 2 discs, whole entire hard drive. Okay, so they're going in for the long haul. Like it's gonna be, the first part was pretty successful. So now they're like, all right, let's do this. Let's make this insane so we can knock this whole thing out. 2 discs. Gosh, can you imagine the size of that digital download? That's very exciting though. That's really exciting. Is there like a full-blown trailer? Should we watch it? Absolutely. I was gonna say, let's take a look. Hold on. My music's gonna go away here for a second. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Oh man. Okay. 20 hours ago. Oh, Cloud. I forget. Oh, my music didn't stop, I guess. I forget how absolutely gorgeous he is. He is so pretty. Hey, Fresh! Good to see you! I saw that trailer you posted on the Discord. I haven't watched it yet, though. Okay, hold on. Oh, gosh. You know what? I remember, like, the OG Prince of Persia. Okay, let's go to... okay, I know it's not full screen just yet, but it will be when I go to full screen. Let me stop this. Stop. And then I will turn the volume up for you guys just a little bit. I will test it really quick. And then, okay, it's at 28.5, I think. I gotta remember what it was at before. Rumi, how are you? I was just talking to my dad about, we were talking about all the places to live in Texas. And I don't know what made me think of this, but I was like, Dallas is kind of like the cool kid. Austin's kind of the hipster kid. And Houston's just happy to be there. I was like, I don't want to live in Houston. It's too wet. It's too muggy. My dad cracked up. He was like, what does that even mean? I was like, I don't know. I don't even know. I've only been to Houston one time. But my dad was saying PSH. What is PSH? My dad was asking when we could all get together, and like he was like, do you have any beaches in Texas? And I was like, yeah, but they're like rocky beaches. They're not nice beaches. But we have, Galveston and stuff, and we've got we have an indoor Schlitterbahn, like an entire Schlitterbahn water park inside. I was like, if you ask me, that's the way to vacation right there. You don't even have to walk outside. Okay, let me test out. Okay, is this it? The Summer Game Fest? Oh, yep, that's it. Okay, tell me how the volume is.
We're still here at the scene of this terrible disaster.
Whoa. That animation is insane. I can't what? Okay, hold on. Now I have to turn it up on my end. It's low? Okay. Yeah, it's hard when I can't hear what you guys hear. Okay, I'm going to turn it up to like 13. Let's try again.
We're still here at the scene of this terrible disaster.
Okay, is that any better for you guys? That animation, like I can't, what? I cannot. We're taking 5K Easy on his first beach trip next weekend. Where are you guys going? Like Texas Beach? I'm not saying the beaches are terrible. They're just not white sand, California / like tropical beaches. But they do have beaches. Of course they do. And we went to Galveston one time and spent like a 3-day weekend there. And it was lovely. We had a great time. Okay, volume's good. Okay. I'm just kind of marveling over this animation. Like, what? Okay. All right, here we go. Show me my boy.
We're still here at the scene of this terrible disaster, caused by a massive tornado which swept through sectors 0, 1, and 2.
Wait, tornado? What?
Amidst the wreckage of the expressway, search and rescue operations are already in progress.
Wait, I'm sorry. What? Oh, okay. I do remember. I couldn't even remember what was happening. JRPG.
Wow.
Oh,
Just look at it all. It's so green. Even after everything we've done to it, It's still going strong.
It may look that way, but in reality, it's barely hanging on.
And I wish you could have played as him in the first.
Was wondering, what's Cloud been doing these past 5 years? Where's he been?
And you're asking me this?
This is gonna sound crazy.
Oh, what?
but as far as I know, Cloud was never in Nibelheim 5 years ago.
Excited about
dream.
chocobos.
It is the very essence of our star,
Bugenhagen!
the blood coursing through its planetary veins.
Wow, he looks awesome.
According to Hojo, they're connected to Sephiroth. Shadows of the Man, I believe he called them.
This looks awesome.
Sephiroth was in Midgard. We fought him. Whatever happened, he's alive.
But why come back
So
now?
pretty. Can't even.
After 5 years, doing who knows what?
Is this when it's gonna happen? Like, is this when we're all gonna lose our minds?
Well now.
Is this when
think
we're
we
all
will
gonna
get
cry and sob?
Anger
Is it gonna happen
more
this time
like.
around? What is that? I do not recognize
Feast your
that.
eyes on the Turk's latest and greatest. Elena.
She may be new, but she's still a Turk.
She fits right in. Wow. Listen, I loved the first one. I thought the first one was great. Not as good as the original, but I loved it. This is crazy.
Keep her away from me!
They say she's a monster, that she can peer inside you, into the very depths of your soul.
Is that like
That she
Genova
can
2?
become those you
Or
hate,
like part 2?
those you fear, those you love.
3. Yeah.
You
Okay,
murdered my dad! You burned my village!
You know that I killed her. So, who is she?
That looks so good. On 2 discs. That's like my dreams coming true. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, that looks great. We get to go to Cosmo Canyon. We get to go to did they pronounce it Nibelheim? Nibelheim? I always thought it was Nibelheim. She said Nibelheim. That looks amazing. I think it's great. I know, 2 disc. Well, they're basically just saying this is gonna be a gigantic game. Hold on to your butts. That's basically what they're saying. Wow, that looks really great. I'm curious when they're gonna drop the part that all of us are gonna be like sobbing over. I don't know if it's going to happen this time around. Yeah, it's jam-packed. I feel like Sephiroth's voice is a little too deep. He looks like he should have a little higher voice, more calming yet unnerving. Okay, so I have a slightly hot take. I do not like Sephiroth's voice actor. I feel like I have nothing against the actor himself, but I do not think he does a good job playing Sephiroth. He sounds drab, he sounds boring, and I'm really salty about it. But whatever, it is what it is. But that was one of the only things I was really disappointed in when I played the first one. I was like, that's what Sephiroth sounds like. He literally sounds like he's just reading the lines, trying to be quiet. He doesn't have any passion. He doesn't have any, like, Sephiroth is supposed to be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs crazy, right? He's also like the most talented, what was he? Like the most talented soldier or whatever. I don't know. I don't really appreciate the voice acting of Sephiroth. I thought everybody else did a really great job in the voice acting department. I thought it was great. I actually thought Hojo was one of the best voice actors. I love Cloud's voice actor. I love them all. And Sephiroth is a huge disappointment to me. So I'm kind of with you, Jay. I just feel like he sounds bored. He just sounds bored all the time. And I guess in a way, Sephiroth, he just never seemed like that to me, like in the original game. Because in the original game, he was pretty fine until he went into the mansion, the Shinra mansion, and then he was in the basement of the Shinra mansion. Hey, X, happy Friday! Cheers to you. I don't understand the disc thing unless one disc is a data disc and one is a performance disc. Some other games I played did that and I forgot. Yeah. Horizon Forbidden West was 2 discs. Yes. I think you had to put the data disc in, and I didn't realize that was going to be a thing. And so I was sitting down ready to like play it, and I put the disc in, and then it was like, your download time is like 2 hours or something. I was really mad. It's the guy who plays, this is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but I know the guy. He's from Teen Wolf. That's what I know him from. I went on this little binge watching Teen Wolf. It was fun for like 3 seasons, and then I was over it. He played Superman in some Superman show or something. I can't remember his name. Let me find his name. Tyler Hoechlin. 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 And I think he's a fine actor. I just don't think he is doing Sephiroth justice. I don't know. Okay, Prince of Persia. And sorry, I have it like full screen up on my screen, so I'm gonna have to send that to my brother and my sister. Prince of Persia remake? The Lost Crown? Is that what it is? Oh, that looks very cool. Oh yeah, that does look kind of like a Metroidvania. Okay, Lost Crown. Is that it? Right? Yeah. This one right here. Oh, and it's Ubisoft. How interesting. Okay. Okay. This looks very fun. Yes, this looks like my kind of game.
Our kingdom is cursed. The prince has been kidnapped and taken to a forbidden land. All hope rests with us, the immortals,
what
to
great
rescue
animation
him and save the empire. But we weren't prepared for what was coming next.
Surprising soundtrack.
Then again, they weren't prepared for me.
This is crazy. It looks really fun though. It looks like it would have really tight controls. Oh my. This is so different than yes, has very Metroid Dread vibes. Agreed. Totally agree. This interesting soundtrack.
In these times of darkness, hope is the only thing that keeps us fighting.
Sands of Rhyme.
I will fulfill my destiny and save the kingdom.
Okay, so you're not the Prince of Persia. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Can we just appreciate for a second? It says, Ubisoft original. Shouldn't that be an Ubisoft original? Draki! I'm alive! Welcome! Can't take credit for that one. It's pronounced Ubisoft? Are you serious? I've literally all my life called it Ubisoft. Yeah, that definitely does not look like Jake Gyllenhaal. He looks good, though. He looks good. He looks good. So then, Ubisoft would be grammatically correct. Okay, like Ubisoft. Okay, well, I have been totally wrong my whole life, apparently. I was first introduced to Ubisoft when I played Rayman, the original Rayman, like way back in the day. Twilight! Oh my gosh, it's so good to see you. There were a couple times this past week that I was in Utah that I saw you go live, and I just was not. It was earlier for me since I was in Utah, but I wasn't able to tune in, and I feel so bad. And it's Kaiser. I'm right phonetically.
Let's just
I thought it was Ubisoft.
hug
My whole
it
life,
out.
literally. Ubisoft. Okay. Ubisoft. All right, I got it. You do stream late, but I love you for that. It's okay. It's all right. You stream when you stream. Totally understand. We just watched the trailer for Prince of Persia, obviously, which I totally agree with Hayes. Gave me very Metroid Dread vibes. It was the same kind of animation, same kind of like I don't know. There's like a smoothness to it that's really nice. That was definitely not what I was expecting. I think that looks really fun. I never would have been like, oh yeah, totally Prince of Persia, but I can see myself playing that. What did Rumi say? More like the original. I thought you said something like I like the original more or something. I'll be honest, I've never played a Prince of Persia. I remember we had Prince of Persia on my old computer, but I don't feel like I ever got into it. I think it was really hard and I really struggled with it. And I don't know. But we also just watched the trailer for Final Fantasy VII Part 2, Rebirth. And then Reunion, I think, will be the third one. But I'm very excited about that. That looks very exciting. That looks great. I'm just a little disappointed in Sephiroth's voice actor. It's kind of my hot take. I know the Final Fantasy VII remake is not everybody's cup of tea. I thought it was really, really fun. I really hope they stay as close to the story as possible because they did take some kind of freedoms in the first one that I was like, I don't know. We'll see how this works out. I'm not really sure. There's a neighborhood under construction in Henderson that's naming its streets after Pokemon. You know what? I actually think I did hear about that. I found out there is a neighborhood in my city that has all streets with Harry Potter names. There's like a Dumbledore Drive and like a Seeker Avenue and then a Goblin Drive or something, which I thought was kind of an odd choice. But I think I have heard of the Pokemon one. I think I saw that in the news. The Sands of Time trilogy was really good. Kind of died after that. Assassin's Creed kind of took all the love. So is this what Assassin's Creed is like? Because I actually don't really know anything about Assassin's Creed. Those look fun though. I'm excited for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That looks really fun. And if it's 2 discs, then that means it's a giant game. I bet Chain is right. I bet it is a data disc, and then it's like the performance disc, which is what Horizon Forbidden West was. And Horizon Forbidden West is a giant game. We're talking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours, if you want to. The main storyline takes a really long time. There's a few streets nearby named after Star Wars. Okay, Leia. Wow, that probably just offended all Star Wars fans. Leia, Vader, and Tarkin. That's funny. Who's in charge of who names the streets? That is very funny. Assassin's Creed is more stealth and stabbing. Prince of Persia has been more platforming and dodging with fighting, kind of like God of War-esque. I've never played God of War either, but I've never played Assassin's Creed. I've never played any of those things. Well, either way, it all looks like fun. Looks like a super good time all around. I'm excited about Final Fantasy VII. Legitimately, like after I finished the remake, I was like, what the heck am I supposed to do with my life now that I've played this? And then a year after I played it, I think I tried to play it again. And I was really into the beginning, but once I got to the point where you have to go to Wall Market, they really dragged out Wall Market. And I kind of lost interest right after I kind of found Aerith. I like Aerith, but I don't know. Hey, it's Tyler and J-Hops! Have I seen Sonic Superstars and Mortal Kombat 1 games coming out soon? I have not, actually. I feel like I saw the ad for the Superstars. It popped up on my YouTube home feed, but I haven't actually watched it yet. I'm also not into really kind of Mortal Kombat makes me nervous. Mortal Kombat grossed me out when I was a kid. And I feel like it's probably only gotten worse. I am definitely not a Mortal Kombat fan, but I am all for people who like Mortal Kombat. I think that's totally fine. Jay hasn't played an AC game since the one in France, mostly because it had multiplayer. Wait, AC. Oh, Assassin's Creed. Got it. AC is open world third-person stabby stab games. And the 3 new ones are very RPG-ish. I've never played Assassin's Creed, but I've been told by many people that Assassin's Creed is great. I don't think they're all created equal. As a Houston resident, I love AC. I also love AC. Yeah, I haven't seen I don't know. Mortal Kombat isn't really my thing, but whatever. I don't judge anybody for their video game tastes, period. Like, I understand I have my tastes and then other people have theirs, and it is not up to me to tell people what they should or shouldn't play. I do think you should be careful with what your children play. But ultimately, I think video games, like whatever brings you joy, great. I do not get joy out of nasty, gory video games. That's just me. Not sure if there's a more broad street naming scheme, but it's usually whoever develops the area. Source. Am vice chair of planning and zoning. So what streets have you named, J-Hops? What's your favorite street name? Just got back from lunch. This will come as no surprise to most people, but Indian food is incredible. I don't love Indian food. Their spices just don't quite really do it for me, but I know a lot of people who really, really love it. I disagree. Everyone should play GeoGuessr, and if you don't like it, you are just not as good of a person intellectually, morally, spiritually as people who do. Okay. Rumi has drawn a very thick line in the sand. Okay, so I just made a huge discovery. I think. So. Am I supposed to pick this up again? Also, let me know how the volume, how does the sound to you guys? Is it like echoey or weird? Can you guys hear it? Oh, let me turn that back down so I don't forget. Are you a big Sonic fan, Tyler? Did you play Sonic Frontiers? I never played Sonic Frontiers. Oh, you know what? I'm doing this wrong. I need to turn this down even more. The sound is good? Okay. Oh. And the Pokemon streets are private streets. And that's what the brown street sign means. So this is where this goes. I have one thing I want to do today in this game.
Link. Zelda's chosen protector.
She's called me that like 4 times now.
My name is Minoru. I am the Sage of Spirit.
What?
I am happy you have arrived. At last we can speak with each other. Unfortunately, I no longer have a body. Without a physical form, we cannot yet speak face to face. But, do you see the 4 storehouses in the area?
So I found this place earlier, and I was like, I don't know what the heck this place is. Obviously, there are, like, body parts in them? Construct body parts?
I would ask you to visit each of them and assemble a body for me.
But I couldn't figure out how to do it, and I just stumbled across this today. Where did I find the head? So you haven't found the head?
This is my request to you, Link.
I found the head in the
swordsman
sky.
To Zelda.
I can whisper you or whatever, Discord or whatever, if you really want to know the exact location. But I just happened to be like running around today and I was like, are we doing Avatar tomorrow? Yes, we are doing Avatar tomorrow. It's been 2 weeks since the last time we watched it. We will do Avatar tomorrow, provided something catastrophic doesn't happen. But yes, I don't have the reminder up on stream right now, but yeah, we will do Avatar tomorrow. D. Scheidler, how are you? Okay, I think I can watch this safely now. I got all the shrines. I'm just stuff hunting before endgame. Then you will probably not be spoiled then. There's also one other... There's also one other thing I want to do because I want to record it. I guess I might just do it by myself, but it's way more fun doing it with friends. Yeah, I found the head up in the sky. Oh, hello. What's going on, man? Stickers. Jay's brother served a mission in Peru. That was amazing. Is that a big Poe or a little one? Okay, so check this out, okay? Here is my depths map. I have found a lot in the depths. Quite a bit. I still have a lot to go, but I have found a lot. I have found probably 10 or 20 times more light roots than either my brother or my sister have. I have a lot of bows as well. Here's the 5th stage. You just have to go here. Oh, that just takes you here. Oh, now we're here. And now you just have to do these things. If a ghost robot asks you to build it a body, do not. Oh, that's what I wanted. Yep, that is what I wanted. Well, I made a discovery. Okay, so I have found, I don't necessarily want like super spoilers, but I have found like the, oh my. Okay. I have found the, like the, oh my gosh, like the skydiving shirt, but I haven't ever found like a whole outfit. Is there an entire outfit or is it just the top? Because I thought there were just like like I thought there were outfits to each thing. There is a whole outfit? Okay, that's what I thought. I don't need to know spoilers of like where it is or whatever. I just wasn't sure if there was like a full outfit or if I was, oh, he saw me. I like taking those guys out with a bow and arrow, even though they're like 3 feet in front of me. Just get them right in the eye. But I came across well, this is my regular map. So here's my surface map. So I still have 3 places to go, and I have not explored Eldin at all. Not at all. I literally came here to find the Great Fairy Fountain. That was it. So I don't know any of like what's going on up here. Anything. I haven't really found any of that in the depths either. This is a Kala over here, I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, because there's the skull and there's the labyrinth. I have completed one... there's information available on where to find them once you get the first one. Wait, what? There is? The cloth sewn into the shirt helps it catch air, increasing the wearer's ability to glide while plummeting from the sky. A great fairy has increased its defense by 2 levels. I mean, I assumed... Oh, do you get the whole outfit from the same construct? That would make sense. I did it the first time, and then he asked me if I wanted to do it again, and I was like, no, I'm okay. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. We, like, rode down here on a straight-up Metroid Prime type elevator situation. It was very bizarre. It was shocking. Okay. Well, let's go find the body parts then, I guess. Let's see if we can go back there. I've been told, and I don't want any spoilers, but I've been told that killing Gloom Spawn in the... Okay, where did that go? Did I not? Oh, it's my turn. I've never killed Gloom Spawn before. I can't figure out how to do it. They're so fast! And they take all my hearts down and, like, break all my hearts, and then I can't even. So, but Katie beat them one time and said that what happened was really creepy, and so I'd like to go try that. You can't get them yet. You need all the other stages first. Oh, the body parts? Oh, that is great. Okay. That is good information to have. Well, then we will go over to that. This one. Oh my gosh, it's Morgan! Good to see you. Those Gloom Spawn are the worst. I hate them so much.
There was just a new software update of Disney Valley, and now take a look at
Who is in Disney Dreamlight Valley? Update.
You didn't even need to pay for it.
Well, that's good. Who?
The fairy godmother from Cinderella.
Bibbidi bobbidi boo.
And you remember that pumpkin house in the Forgotten Lands?
I do.
Something happened in the beginning, and it seems that now that house is come to use.
Oh my gosh, that would make sense.
That's why I'm going to fix it.
I can't wait to hear about it. She is a magical child. I love her. Killing the Gloom Hands wasn't as big of a deal for me by the time I did one. I tend to do a lot of avoiding unnecessary fights. I am the same way. I run a lot. But I want to see what happens because my sister said it's super spooky. So I want to see what happens, but we'll see if I can even do it. So most of the time they just go away. But I don't think they do in this one. I honestly, I don't know how to kill them. I really don't. I've killed them. They're not too terrible, and there's a glitch to do it super easy. Oh, I also haven't gone down this chasm yet. I was saving that for stream. Okay. Okay. I don't know how to do it. Are they weak to anything? Oh, I do have a fire shield. That's cool. Twilight, do you live on a farm? I have so much respect for people that live on farms, but I could never do it. Let's see. I haven't killed Gloom Spawn on purpose. I let a certain item sort them out. Am I gonna play Pikmin 4? I've never actually played Pikmin before. I don't know anything about Pikmin. T-Shidler's 140 hours in. Holy moly. Okay, they're around here somewhere. There she is.
Well, found her right away.
Yeah, you did. I may be able to stream once or twice a month on Saturdays in the afternoon. Really depends on how the family's acting and what I have going on. Yes, I have alpacas. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. I have so much respect for you. I need this. Ah! Oh! Okay, hold on. Hold on. What was that? Oh, okay. Okay, fire's good. Fire is good. Oh, fire's really good. Bombs are really great. Wait. Tulin, doing his best. Doing his part. Oh, whoa. What? Oh my gosh! No! Ah! Oh! Are you serious? Oh my gosh, he has a giant bow! You take that! Take this! Take! Oh. I'm gonna blow you away! Oh, my shield is badly damaged. Okay. That does nothing! I'm holding a stick! I can't believe I'm holding a stick. I just flurry rushed with the stick! Boo! Okay. Okay. Yeah. Hit you in the eye. Oh no! Wow, I hate you. Does he break your hearts? No. He's a heartbreaker. Yeah. Dragon? Yeah. Take that. I honestly don't I'm running! I wish I'd gotten that flurry rush and had an actual... Oh my gosh, what? I am terrible at the flurry rush. I don't know how to do it. Yeah! Yeah! I'm gonna eat something. Hold on really fast. I'm gonna eat something. Bombs are a little hard to come by. Too expensive, in my opinion, to spend on these guys. Oh, that's probably fair. They honestly, they kind of hung out in a little cluster for a second. So, I don't feel like they came at me as fast that time. Because I was like, kind of around a... yeah, one weak little arrow at a time. He's doing his best. Oh, you're scary. Look at the sky outside. It's like, oh man, he's so close. Oh no! Shoot, I was gonna throw it at him. Okay, hold on. Let me eat something else. It's like just... Oh, no! Okay, that's good. Wow. This, of all the things that could have happened after defeating the Gloom Spawn, this was not what I expected. Wow. Ah! What are you doing? Link, what are you doing? Oh, we got him! Thanks, Tulin! Oh my gosh, you are the best. I got a Gloom Sword. And pumps. And a gigantic Demon King's Bow. A magical bow prized by the Demon King. Its performance reflects the power of its wielder. The higher your maximum number of hearts, the more its attack power increases. Dude, can you believe Tulin just took him out with one of his weak little arrows? Thanks for the lurk, Twilight. I'm sorry, I was so distracted for a second. Okay. The higher your maximum number of hearts, the more its attack power increases. Okay, so the higher your maximum hearts. So it's not how much life you currently have. It's... Where is it? Right here. It has Gloom Toll. So if I use it, does it, like, take my life down? Wow, that was really... its gloom will gradually wear down the body of its wielder. That's what I thought. So it's not actually worth having? Maybe? Wow. Yep. Nope. That was definitely not what I thought. I think if you fuse it, it's good. Like, it takes away the gloom toll. That was shocking. When you attack with it, it hurts you? Great. Well, then I'm dropping it. There is no reason. I guess there's only one way to test that out. If I drop... No, lies. If I drop this... and then I fuse it. No. fuse has already been used on this. You can't fuse it to anything. Don't let it be the base. Oh, I'm sorry. Has the Boko Reaper already had fuse used on it? Okay, so I'll try this one. So does that? Charge attack and stamina up. Okay. The bow. Wow, that was such a surprise. We need to go down into the chasm here because I have not gone down. This is into the... Oh, there goes nothing. Oh! 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 There we go. So this, I imagine, goes down into the chasm in the depth, or into the labyrinth in the depths. Gosh, it's so fun. I'm scared. Oh, there's a construct thing. Okay. I got it. Okay, we are in the actual labyrinth. And I'm digging music a lot. Oh, no, that's not what I meant. Oh man, I have to light my whole way around here. Okay. There's a helmet in the far SE area, pirate area, that helps with the gloom if you're interested. I've heard that there is gloom. Well, I have like half the gloom outfit. Actually, I think I have the whole, or I'm sorry, not gloom, but it's like the light up outfit. It's the most ridiculous looking. But I glow. I think there are gloom hands in here. There isn't even any like gloom. Okay. Oh. It's just one of these. So scared. Can you imagine programming how every weapon fuses with every item and then programming how each enemy reacts to each combination? Not to mention each one of them gets like their own name too. It's like Gloom Sword Claymore. Like, yeah, it's, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna chuck a couple gloom things because I need stronger. Yeah. I need stronger armor than what I'm wearing right now. The gloom armor will soak a heart of gloom before taking your actual hearts. I think I remember my sister saying that. Okay, I have enough space in here now that I feel like I can see. And my pants. Okay. Okay, I have a Gloom Sword Claymore. So, let's do this. Once I get my... Oh, he's a Flux Construct 3, which means if he hits me once, I'm dead. Probably. Oh, did he just change? He changed it! Oh my gosh, that's new. Ah! How do you hit him? You climb up on him. Here's what you do. Maybe not. Oh my gosh. Okay. Abort! Ah! Climb him? Yeah. Yeah. No. Oh, okay. I don't understand how you're supposed to... How are you supposed to hit him? Oh! Here's the special square. It is ever changing, ever moving. That's crazy. Okay, is it based on when I aim at it, or does it just change all the time? I think it's changed. Okay, that doesn't look good. Okay, okay. I always thought these guys were kind of easy, but this guy is entirely different. Ah! Oh, wow. My bad. In my opinion, it's the coolest helmet in the game that I've found, mostly because it's a throwback to another Zelda game. I have an army. We have a Hulk. I have a Gloom Sword Claymore. I don't think I'm prepared to do this fight because I don't have a lot of food to eat. Maybe that's... Okay. I can use Ultra Hand on him? Oh, I can. Do I just, like, take him apart? Oh, what the heck? Doesn't give me any time. Get out of town. Get out of town. Yeah. When does he, like rejuvenate? I don't understand. I don't like you. Wow, my controls are getting out of control. When does he, like, bring all his... Get out of town. Get off the wall! Gosh. Oh, that's the... Oh, it was. Oh, nice job, self! Oh, this is way too slow. Shouldn't have had it as a claymore. But I didn't know what else to use it to. Okay, alright, okay. Back! Alright, okay. Oh, I know what to do. No, yeah. Oh, there you are. Okay, no, I have a black moblin hammer. Yeah. You see all that stamina chain? Yeah, I did that for you. And every time I get one now, I'm like, chain does not want me to have hearts. Oh my. Hey, it's DJ! Good to see you, DJ. How are you? Can I fuse these to, like, my weapons? I need the meat. I need the middle. Where is it? Okay, I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, that was good. Oh man, we're getting close. No, that, okay. Alright, that is fine. Alright, back to the stage. Oh man. He's bad, he's really bad. It's on the floor now. Oh, that was it, wasn't it? No, yes, no. Yeah! Oh, I got really lucky. I love this music. Oh, we're so close. This better give me some. Ah! I need to eat something. That'll do. I don't even know what I'm eating. I literally make the same recipe. Oh, this gives me glow for 8 minutes. That's cool. That's good. Always good to have that. Oh yeah, you're going down, my Flex pal. Yes! Aw man, I don't even have a super awesome weapon to fuse that with. Maybe I do? We did leave Utah relatively intact. I left. Oh my. Okay, question. Do those come back after... Shoot. I don't have anything good to...
Good news, everyone.
Hey, basically Dad! Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for the sub. That means so much. I've missed you guys so much. Not streaming for a week was really hard. I mean, like, I had a good time, but I like streaming a lot. It fills my bucket. I appreciate that so much. I feel like attached to a zonite base for... Oh. This is a little... Okay. I don't like two-handed weapons. Sweet. Is that an arrow? It's one of my arrows that went flying. They respawn at a blood moon? Two-handed is J-Hop's jam. Okay. Well, everybody has their way of doing things. I really love the music in this labyrinth. Here's another one of my random arrows. I'm the same as Chain. I unlocked so much of the depths that I have quite a few bomb flowers or whatever. Dang soul slayers. Yeah, yes, I've done all 3 of them. I did the sky. No, I did the surface and then the sky and then down below. In my name as the ruler of owls. What? Armor wreathed in otherworldly evil, hidden away. Take it now. Give me some new armor. Whoa, that was definitely not what I was expecting, but... RuneScape? I've never played RuneScape, but man, I've heard a lot about it. Like, over the years, I feel like I've heard a lot of people have played RuneScape. I've never known anything about it. Some believe these greaves are inspired by a malevolent entity. They're a rather rare find. Stealth up. Okay, so I have like a mishmash of stealth things. I have the shake Ed situation. And then I have these stealthy greaves, which, to be totally honest with you, don't look very stealthy at all. They make Link's legs look gigantic. Do I have a stealth? Oh, and I have the whatever that is. You guys know what I mean. The Yiga mask. Apparently I don't have a stealth, like, tunic. That is okay. I've been meaning to go get, like, the stealthy outfit where his little hair's up in, like, chopsticks.
I'm not forgotten right now, man.
Well, shut my mouth. When did that happen? Did you make that happen? Okay. We're gonna... Tunic is another game. Okay, I did not love Tunic as much as everybody else did. I thought it was fun, but I didn't love it as much as everybody else did. It was a little too vague for me. I really loved the aesthetic, and I loved the music, though. A lot. A lot. Oh, I just got a subscriber on YouTube. I don't know. I can't read the name on there. I don't know if they're actually here or not, but that's cool. I forget I have that alert. So is there not a light route like on the top of this thing or like around this thing? Or there's another one of my arrows that went off into randomness. Shouldn't there be a light route like on the top of the, maybe. Let's see. Francisco something? Well, I love you, Francisco. Thank you. Weirdly, my, the video I made of my crying reaction to the beginning of Tears of the Kingdom has suddenly just taken off. Like, I think I'm up to like 300 and something. Oh, that's where I came in. I gotcha. Okay, we'll go up. We'll see. So I feel like all of a sudden, just like I get all these, I've gotten all these new comments on it and everything, and I love it. It makes me so happy, but it just makes me laugh because I just didn't. I get start. Oh, see, there's one right there. Yes. They correspond with most of the shrines up on the surface, but not every single shrine on the surface. Also, I cannot figure out what... I love finding the light roots. It's seriously one of my favorite things to do. Yeah, it was just super randomly. All of a sudden, I just happened to check my analytics one day, and I had like maybe 20 views on it or something. And then all of a sudden, it was up to like 54. And then all of a sudden, it jumped to like 75. And then it jumped to like 110. And I was like, what? But I think actually a lot of people have finished or are close to the end of Tears of the Kingdom, and now they're going back and looking for footage of people that are experiencing it for the first time, because they've now experienced it all. I don't know. So I've gotten a bunch of new subscribers just in the last couple days, which is awesome and makes me really happy, but I also am like, I don't post a whole lot of content on my YouTube channel. So apparently I need to step it up and I need to create more content. There's one I see you. I don't know what kind of content to make though, unless it's like me literally playing games. I'll put the Gloom hands, you know, I wanted to record that, make that into a video and whatnot, and like clearly the Gloom Spawn, and then what else was there? I don't remember what else there was. Something. But I don't actually sit and go, okay, what kind of YouTube video can I make? What kind of content can I make? And I've been meaning, I made a video of my review for the Horizon Zero Dawn, or the Horizon Forbidden West, I'm sorry, DLC. But I recorded the whole thing and then realized I didn't have my mic turned on. So that was pretty cool. And I just haven't gotten around to recording it again. First Flux Construct, do I have that recorded? I don't think I do. I did my first one up in the very beginning, in the sky. Way up there. I should probably also do my first Lionel, because I'm so scared of Lionels. My first Lionel and my first Gleeok. I think those were my plans. And my first, the things down here, which I've been way too scared to even venture near. Yeah. Whatever they're called. I can't remember what they're called. Oh! Wow. Okay. All right. That's cool. That's a really long way. Oh, look, he's glowing. That's cute. Look at him. I need whatever kind of face wash he uses, because I need some sort of pick-me-up for my skin. That was one thing I was frustrated about in Utah, was I really wanted to buy a new pair of walking shoes, and I wanted to buy some new face wash, because I've run out, and I was going to buy the face wash that I used to use that I ran out of. But it was just impossible for me to find it. I couldn't ever find it anywhere. And my dad lives about 30 minutes away from my school that I was going to purchase it from. And it was just too big of a hassle to try and... Am I hitting a wall? I just never ended up getting it. And I was finally like, you know what? Apparently it's time for me to... I was like, looks like it's time for a new face wash. Apparently. So now I have to find a new face wash, and I'm really annoyed about it. You can cheese Gleeoks? I don't even know what cheesing means. Does that mean like... I still have not used Muddle Buds. Man, every time I get into a situation where I'm like frantically trying to take down a bunch of guys, I always forget until I'm suddenly not around a whole bunch of guys, and then I go, oh yeah, I was gonna try that. I forgot. Yeah. I need to eat whatever Link ate so I can glow. Okay, wait. I tried a Gleeok with like 4 hearts. Oh, yeah, I would say that probably wouldn't work very well. But you know, maybe, who knows? Maybe you could get lucky. Yeah, apparently my brother found one and was like, what is that? I'm gonna go fight it. My sister was like, okay. Yeah, that did not work out for him. It didn't work out in his favor. He died pretty quick. I think it was one hit and he was down. And he was like, yeah, okay. That shouldn't really surprise me, but yeah, I haven't even come near one. No way. Oh my gosh, it's still so far. Oh, okay. I should make my little scooter. Cheese means to easily beat something. Puff Shroom Lionel cheese is so OP. Oh. You know, they added smoke bombs to Horizon Forbidden West. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that is a throwback to like ye oldie Zelda. But man, I'll tell you what, first time I saw one, I almost peed. It was very frightening. I was like, because I remember seeing one like in the ad and thinking, oh man, that looks like a sweet boss. No, they're not bosses. They're just all over the place. And you are just either brave enough to fight one or you're not. You're either skilled enough or not. Okay, we got ourselves a light root here. Oh, got ourselves a bomb flower. Sweet. Trying to always, like, keep track. Oh, and I have not been... Did you guys know that you can just pick up the little stone pebblets? I did not know that until my sister told me. You just pick them up, toss them, they explode. Rocket shields and eyeballs. That makes sense. Okay, wait. With a rocket shield, does the rocket shoot off of your shield? Oh. Oh, so you mean you go up in the air and then you shoot arrows as you come down. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so I never even thought about that when I saw the trailer. Never even occurred to me. Okay, we have nothing exciting in this area, apparently. I've also come across a lot of these places with these big giant rocks that you're supposed to be able to, like, explode or something, and I can't figure out how to do that. I would imagine you probably get that power in Elbin, up by Death Mountain, or whatever it's called. I would imagine. I should probably... Well, I was gonna say, I should probably go find a Lionel. Oh, I see another one! Ugh, this is my favorite game. I love finding light roots. You know what? I am. I'm gonna make a little scooter. Oh. But... I'm going to... use... Where is it? Oh, I don't have one around me. I was gonna use stuff, you know, like not use my own zonite, but you know what? It's fine. Okay, where was it? This one? Oh, yeah. This is the one I already found. Always good to have a shield with a rocket just for that. Takes notes. I do love the shield rocket situation. It's kind of like Rivali's Gale, which is very helpful to have. It is not back here, is it? Oh, it is. Oh, and there's a thing. Okay. I'll make a little scooty scoot. I do not like the gigantic wheels. They're slow and cumbersome, and I do not love them. So making like a vehicle... I already did that one. So making like a vehicle with the big, giant, like all-terrain wheels, I honestly feel like I can just run faster than that. Although there might not be enough. Nope. Oh, I want to go here. Hovercraft? No. History? Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Okay, I think that's all I have, so I need 6. Where am I going? Not there. But they're all terrain. But then again, I'm a Jeep guy. They are all terrain. I really struggled trying to get the musicians to one of the ferries. Like, really struggled. There was one that I was like, holy moly, how do I do this? Can y'all just not walk with me? Come on. I finally got it, but those wheels, man. I tried to put them on, like, their little wagon. You are bad. Ah! You're also fast. Where did my thing go? Get out of here. Get out of town. Oh, no! Okay. It's time to throw down a Muddlebud. I want to see what it does. Where are you? Okay. You're gonna be like all the way down here. There's gotta be a better way than just scrolling through all this stuff. Right? Am I crazy? There's gotta be a better way. Muddlebud! Did I pass it? I must have passed it. Oh, shoot. That is, well, that is something that you will find. I didn't think about not using that. I was not gonna use it because I don't want to spoil things for people. Where's a Muddlebud? For the Muddlebud love. Where is it? Oh, that's one. Oh, and I'm not even, I'm just dropping it. I need to throw one. Hold on. Oh, beans. Rude. Okay, so what does it do? Does it make him go after his buddy? Or does he just go crazy? Oh. What even happens? This is slow. Okay, so he's crazy. So, like, he goes after his friend? That's cool. Got a moblin arm. Very handy. Very army. Yeah, it's a thing you can find. It's like the last... Have you guys found any non-corroded weapons? Because I saw something that said down in the depths you can find non-corroded. Sometimes you can find non-corroded weapons. Okay, well, I feel like that was a mess, but okay. I was looking for a different... Oh, is that a big one? Oh, there's another one! I love this game! We're just gonna go... Oh my! Ah! Oh, stop! 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 Ah! It's okay. See you later. Oh, okay. I mean, like, I know what that is, but like, wow, that was really shocking. That was a big surprise. Another one? This is not where I was when I first saw... Whoa, okay. All I want is the light route up there. My pal, my dude. Is it those, is it the the ones that like those like ghosty soldiers are holding? Because I've never paid attention. Wow, you can I am putting a little skull right here because that's exactly what this place is. Okay, that's what I thought. Here's another one. I just want the light route. That's all I want. I don't want to go into like full fighting mode. I just want the light route. Wow. You know what? We'll go to this one. Ah! Oh. Okay. Oh, hey! Look! It's my little guy! How far down are we talking here? Like, how is those things? No, I want to throw one. Stop. I feel like my controls are so weird when I use the Pro Controller, but not as weird. Okay, well, that's... I'm gonna say no to writing that, then. Okay. Oh! That is brilliant! Just stick one on your little cart. What is shiny? Okay. I feel like my brother told me he saw something flying around in the depths, and I thought the depths... Oh, he's flying around all those baddies. They're all just partying together. Can't! I would not want to hang out with that guy. I'm sorry. But... What do they have on their horn? Oh. Oh, and they have armor on them. Okay, well, we're gonna stay away from... Actually, I put the skull in the wrong place, but that's okay. I do have a headlight. So, does the Ultra Hand cost you a Zonai part as well? So, if you have the... Like, if you go to one of those little circular places that has, you know, like the parts, and if you have enough parts, then it does not use your Zonai parts. But if you don't have any parts at your disposal, then yes, it just uses Zonai. But it is not, or Zionite, I guess. But it is not very, like if you try to like, if you build it, oh, okay. If you try to build it, I threw it in the wrong direction. If you build something and then, like completely out of Zonite, and then you want to try to like take one of the pieces off and try to like move it or something, the whole thing will break down. It's not as strong as like if you used actual Zonite parts. But it is very helpful, yes. And it makes a lot of sense because really getting around the depths takes a lot of time and effort, and yeah, there are horses you can find down here, but ultimately that actually helps quite a bit. I feel like there are also Yuga things in the dungeons here. My brother said he saw something flying around, and he said he thought there were separate dragons for the depths as opposed to the surface, but I think that's what he had seen. I think he saw that flying guy. Attach a cart to a shield to make a skateboard. Oh yeah, I remember us talking about this last time. You guys, this game, the possibilities are endless. I mean, Andrew has shown me some of the most insane things people have done to kill baddies and stuff with using Ultra Hand. It's unbelievable. Absolutely out of this world. I love it. I love it so much. I'm 75 plus hours in, only 2 dungeons down, and I'm not even like in any rush. I love it. I still have so much to do. Wait, Joe wasn't lying? Well, I know the surface dragons can come. Whoa! We are way the heck. What? I beg your pardon. Hold on. Whoa. So this doesn't connect to this. Okay. Let's go up and find that one. Maybe that'll connect it? Wow. Well, so far I have not seen any dragons down here, but I have seen the dragons on the surface go down into the chasms. Like, I've watched them go into the chasms. Or come out of the chasms, which is pretty cool, not gonna lie. I have a shard of one of the dragon's horns that I've just been hanging on to for a rainy day. I'll probably hang on to that thing to fuse it onto a weapon until I fight until the end. I will probably hoard that. The dragon just happened to be flying by, like I was just hanging out on a ledge somewhere up on the surface, and he just happened to be flying right by. I gotta... Okay, what does a muddle bud do again? Oh, makes it difficult to tell friend from foe. Someone built an actual tank, like a proper tank that looks and functions like a tank. People are incredible. Somebody basically made like a meat grinder and just stuck like the Bokoblin boss guy and all his little Bokoblin followers, and he just trapped them inside with basically like a blender. So I see all these videos. What is that? I see all these videos of people doing these amazing things, and I'm like, look at me! I made a rock hammer. Yay! I made a chicken arrow. Woo! I feel like Emmett in the Lego movie where I'm like, I see a wheel. I don't see 3 more wheels. That's how I feel building things in this game. Like the possibilities are so endless and I just feel like I'm just... Come on, man, you can do it. I was really prepared for you to say they were throwing Koroks into a blender. Oh, no! No, they didn't throw Koroks into a blender, thankfully. They had, Bokoblins in a blender, but there was that. And then there was another one that was, like, electrified. And they had this fan-like device, and I was like, I don't understand how they made that. But it finally clicked. I know how they made that. Because there was another one somebody made with fire emitters, and I was like, I have never come across a fan like that because it was spinning and it had like 4 fire emitter heads on it. And then all of a sudden I realized, oh, they literally built that from scratch. Like, I understand how they did that. They used like a wheel with fire emitters and then put it on the top of their like enclosure thing. Yeah, and they basically just will it blend Bokoblins. I sure hope I'm going in the right direction. We're just gonna climb, I guess. Boko Blender sounds like some kind of smoothie. Maybe a boost you could get at like Jamba Juice. Yeah, I'll take a Boko Blender. But yeah, Ander came across the video on Instagram and showed it to me. And I was like, yeah, people are amazing. I can't come up with things like that. And to be honest, I'm 75 plus hours into this game and I still forget I have Ascend. I'll be doing a shrine and I'll be like, I don't know how to get up there. Then all of a sudden I'll be like, oh, my bad. Man, let's get up here. Come on now, for the love. Oh no! Bad situation! Oh, beans. Okay, all right, okay. No! No, no. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Come on. No, that's the opposite of what I wanted! Oh my gosh, you've got to be kidding! I hate everything about this. Ah! Ah, I fell so far! Ah. Darn. Someone built a full-on helicopter too that works, like in real life helicopter. I don't understand people. I mean, I wish I thought like that. I don't. That is helpful. Let me see where I can like stop climbing, rest maybe. I'm too impatient. That's part of my problem. Okay, can I stop like right here? No. Yeah, okay, that's better. Okay. Nintendo, we can't wait to see what you create, people. Korok Blender, Nintendo. That's not what I meant. I know, can you imagine them thinking, like, looking at all the things people are doing and they're like, I mean, A for effort, that's a lot of creative license, but wow. Yeah, I've seen some disturbing things, but I've also seen some really amazing things, and I am here for it. I think people are doing great things. I don't think that way. I wish I did, but I don't. Not the blending Koroks, because that's not cool, but... You know what I need? Oh, I don't think I have a rocket. I don't think I have one. Let me see. Oh, I do! Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's just make this easier on me. Just don't fall. Ah, don't fall! No! Oh, son of a half-troll! No, don't you... Oh, crap! I'm never gonna get to this light route. Can you fuse a Great Bloom to a shield? If it fuses bloomed, that would be pretty awesome. Yeah, it would be like a built-in light. Why? Why? Why is it so... I cannot believe that just happened. I hate everything about that so much. Okay. Boo! No! No! That is not what I want! Oh, gosh. Yeah. I love. Okay, this is better. This has kind of like steppy things. Shooting star on a shield will do that. Like what? Be like a light. Like a light source, kind of. We can make it. I haven't found the rest of his rock climbing gear either. I've only found the shirts for things. And yes, it did rock crawl up the shelves on the way to Gerudo Town. Wait, what did? But the most creative thing I did was a 6x6 desert shade buggy. Ooh, nice. I love that. That's what you need in the desert, man. Oh yeah, we're on our way, kind of. Okay, apparently I just needed to kind of go around. Tulin gives me like a teeny bit of light, but not really a lot of light. Bright blooms are the coolest things ever. I love bright blooms, and I am very grateful for them. Okay. All I'm trying to do... Oh, there he is. Flying around. Scary. Oh my. Okay. Can we make that? You know what? I think I have a stamina potion. No! I'll do a rocket. Because this is flat. Gosh, I cannot believe I lost that rocket. Boo! Okay. I need a shield. Do I not have a shield? I don't see a wheel. Or 3 wheels. Okay. Woo! Oh, where are we going? Ah! I don't know where we're going! I don't feel like that got me that far. It makes a backpack light. Oh, that's great. You guys are so smart. I don't think I would have thought about that. Shooting stars aren't that rare in Tears of the Kingdom. I've caught 3 or 4 gliding through the sky. Yeah, they're much more common. Oh, halla freaking Luya. Hold on. Whoops. I still get my buttons mixed up between like using my ultra hand powers and I just love the freedom. It's just incredible what they've accomplished with this game. The bar has been set so high. So high. It's crazy. I've had that happen. I spent all this time running to get one and then it went away. Whoa! Wow, okay. Is that area with all the, I bet that's where you fight what's-his-face. Right? Yeah. Definitely where you fight. What? Oh, he's right there. Oh, there's a chest. Oh, let's do this. I got my, this. Yeah. Oh, did I not turn Jimmy Barnes on? Oh, I thought I did. I think I disabled it for one stream when I was like having a really bad day and was just not in the mood. And then I must have forgotten to turn that back on. Okay, let's do this. What's his face? I can't remember his name. Colgera. I'm sorry. He was just minding his own business. I am so sorry, my dude. Like, I feel kind of bad. Like, you're not bothering anybody. I just really want that treasure. Wow. Okay. Oh, hey. Oh, that's where we're going. Oh no! Dang it all! Dang it! Yeah, okay, we got it. He was right there! I didn't expect him to be so close. Oh, he's coming. Get him! Yeah! I'm not quite sure how, like, this stamina replenishment works. Oh! Yeah, this guy's become kind of a escape at this point, I feel like. I do love his music, though. Do we get him? You know what? I feel like I literally ask this question every time, and then I'm always like, oh, no, he has a... every single time. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was so fast. Oh, okay, yeah. No, now he's really mad. Oh yeah, he does that. He was a fun boss. The first. Look at all those Poes down there. I really want those. Ooh. Right through. Oh. Ah! Oh no! Look over them. That's good. This music actually reminds me a lot of Okami. Very much like Okami. Oh gosh. Ooh. Sorry, Link, my main man. We're gonna do this. Yeah. Oh, I burned it out there. Yeah. Oh, it's going down. Yeah, seriously. If you can find these mandibles, oh yeah, I have made mandibles. They're big. They're large. They're very large. But yes, I have made like mandible swords or whatever, but I feel like I always have, oh man, I don't have anything good to fuse this on. Ah! Oh, there's a bug on me. I don't know. Oh, am I supposed to fuse that with a Zonite thing? Desperate strength. Yep, that's pretty much how I feel all the time. There's a fruit fly in here. Wow, that is a mean-looking weapon. Wow. Colgera is the name of my black metal band. We came up with something like that in Utah. I don't remember what it was. Oh. I can almost upgrade my battery, maybe. I don't know how much that costs. I can't remember. I remember how much it cost the first time, but I can't remember. I don't know if it goes up. We came up with some, I don't remember what it was. But Katie said something and I was like, that was the name of my band in high school or something. Shoot, now I can't remember what it was. It was so fun. It was so funny. We had such a great time. It was lovely to see Katie. It was really good to see my brother. It was really good to be with my dad. It was lovely to see my stepmom, but I will admit, my stepmom, oh, I should have gone and gotten that. Oh, it's a two-handed one. Never mind. I don't want two-handed. My stepmom and I get along, and it's nice, but I can definitely tell my stepmom kind of sort of judges, like the way I parent and just kind of the decisions I make. And like I said, I felt a little like I was 100 per to upgrade. Oh, I thought it was 300. What's wrong, man? Hey, there's one little boat. I need to go find another. Oh, bomb flowers are indeed important. We'll go get that. Oh, yep. 2. No, 1. 2. don't know how many I have, but I don't feel like I'm hurting for flowers. Okay, okay. Nope, I can get rid of that because oh, I was way off. Wow. I need to go find. I can't explore around here until I get the sand boots, man, or the snow boots. Running around Hebra. No. Okay, there is a Poe statue. Whoa, wait a minute. Didn't he like show me where the Poe statues are? Oh, and I need to go find the drummer. I'm not too far from the Great Forest. Oh, this right here? Didn't he... I swear. Didn't he tell me... Whoa. If I go to character profiles... I assume... Okay, no. Okay, no. I haven't... Since J-Hops told me that the memories happen out of order, I haven't gotten any memories. Any more memories because I don't want to... But my sister was like, I don't really feel like they've been out of order. I've gotten a bunch of them and... I don't know what Keys Born of Water means. Apparently I got a sky crystal I gotta do. I don't know where the... Doesn't he give you statue? Like, doesn't he say, here are all my Poe statues on your map? It's the bigger area just to the south of that small one you pointed at. You mean in the depths? Oh, this is all the forest right here. That makes sense. Yeah, I have 3 more towers to find. But I still have lots and lots of exploring to do here in Eldin, lots of exploring to do here in Hebra, and then I still haven't really even fully... I haven't even gone down to, like, Lurelin Village. I haven't done any of the pirate stuff. I haven't done any of that stuff. You have to buy a location of a Poe statue from him. Oh! I got all the geoglyph memories. Wow. Just wow is all I have to say. Ooh! I'm excited! I'm probably gonna cry at the end of the game, huh? That's okay. I'm fully, totally fine with that. I don't mind crying on stream. I used to be kind of embarrassed, but I've gotten over that because, I don't know, some things just hit different. I've been marking all the Koroks I've found because I've also been marking all the, what are they called? Stone taluses, because they're good to know after a blood moon comes so you can go get gems. I've not done Eventide Island yet. So you have to go buy a location from the... Okay, well, then I guess we'll go to Lookout Landing. That would be stupendous to know where that is. Finding all the geoglyphs was better than finding the sages. I was a bit unimpressed with the sage hunt. That makes sense, though. Like, sage hunt is fine. We all know who the sages are. Like, we know that. If you've played Breath of the Wild before, it's pretty clear who the sages are going to be. Or, I mean, I know Tulin is new, but, like, any NPC that you meet that has their own little, like, cutscene and, like, introduces you to who they are, and suddenly you're doing something for them, you're like, okay, I'm pretty sure that's a sage. I imagine finding the geoglyphs is more exciting. That doesn't surprise me. In Breath of the Wild, I got super excited because I found all the memories. And then I went and talked to Impa. But it took me like the whole game to find all the memories. And then I went and talked to Impa. And I got the champion's tunic or whatever. And I got so excited and I text messaged my sister and she was like, Susie, you can get that like at the beginning. I was like, oh. Oh. I think I have enough Poes to spare. Oh, he's in the depths. Oh, wait a minute. I think he has given me another location. Hold on. Because I think I asked him once. I didn't realize that's what the little icon looked like. I could have sworn he gave me another one. Are they all in the depths? It's not so much finding out who the sages are as much it was the repetitiveness of it all. Trekkie's right. Very Breath of the Wild. I can't go get the Master Sword? Oh, I forgot about the Master Sword. I forgot about that. I guess he didn't, unless they're all down in the depths. Okay, there's a construct thingy dingy. Oh, there's a... That scares me. The floating Colosseum. Do you guys know what's in the Colosseum on the surface? Uh-huh. Yeah. I do. And I am not down with that at all. I thought there was another... Okay, well, all right. We'll go... You know what? Let's go to the Colosseum. There's treasure there. Lionel? That's what had in Breath of the Wild. Not today. Because that's what I thought. Padawan, how are you? Good to see you. It is good to be back. 'Tis good to be back, I admit. I had a great time, but it is nice to be back. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. Where are we going? Oh. Okay. All right. This is where we're going. There's treasure there. Well, I'll put this so I can see it on my map, but I should put a skull there because I'm not ready for the Colosseum yet. Got a fruit fly in here. Oh! See, check this out. Check it. No! I wasn't ready! Get it! Yeah, I did not know that. Learned that. I don't know if that's the case. Oh, this is the same thing! I don't know if that's the case in Breath of the Wild, but that is the case in this game. Okay, well, I want to go see at least what is in this Colosseum. Oh, shoot. Now I'm missing 2 hearts. Okay, you know what? We need a redo. We need a redo. Now I have 2 broken hearts, and I can't do that. I agree. I totally agree. Oh, I do. I need to go to Eventide. Yep, I do. Okay, so I'm supposed to go... Oh, it's behind me. Okay. Oh, it's the helmet. Oh, okay. Good to know. I really like the shrines that make you... that are kind of like Eventide Island, you know? They make you use only the stuff in there. It was a cool little twist. Oh, that's it, I think. Okay. Let's do these 2 little bows right here. And then we'll go get the bow statue. Oh, okay. I gotcha. I love the depths. I think the depths is one of my, it's like my favorite place to be because it is so, every time I come down here, I'm always like, there's always something new that I'm terrified of. Always. Okay. Let's go. I see lots of Poes, so this is good. Oh. Wildflower? Oh, yeah. There's always like a couple, you know? If you see one, there's usually another one. So I imagine pristine weapons probably do more damage, but then, and then if you fuse them, they do even more damage. Yes? Collecting Poes is very satisfying. I don't know why. Oh my. Oh. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be a Lionel. For sure. Okay. All right. Oh, he's there! Look, I can see him! Oh, good heavens. Okay. Any crying from Omega? No, she did great. She was so great on the plane. I was so proud of her. Yeah! Tulin, you take it. Ugh! Good. I can't believe this music is literally like the same as just fighting. You take that. It's like, oh. This is so bad. How do you fight these guys? You stop that! Oh gosh. Well, at least I'm somewhat not dying. Ah! Ah! Oh my gosh! That was terrifying! Oh, this is bad. Puff shroom. Okay. Oh no. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Just a minute. Oh, what am I looking for? A puff shroom? I mean, there's no way. I'm not gonna beat this guy. Yeah. Oh no! That was my cover. There's no way. There's no way. That, okay, so that's great, but that doesn't do me any good. Maybe sneak up behind him? Can I hit you with something? Like a dazzle fruit, maybe? Ah! Oh my gosh. Oh no! What am I doing? I think I just shot a shield at him. I am out! I have to go! I have to get out of here! Oh my gosh, my hands are sweating! I'm sorry, what? The second Lionel? Are there two You are lying to me. Oh! Oh, look at that! I had a fairy! Oh! You've got... I'm out. No. 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 4? No. 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 What am I doing? I'm going to the map and I'm leaving. I want to go find a post. I go. Sweet, sassy freaking last. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Hey, it's Chaos! How are you, Chaos? I know, long time no see, right? I am hot. I need the fan on. I can honestly, wrong. I can honestly say I don't get as hot now that I cut 5 inches off my hair, but, wow, that was really bad. Better to arrow and headshot to stagger, but throwing is fine. Wait, so, like, shoot a puff shroom arrow at him, and then... Thank you! Yeah, I took 5 inches off because, wow. I needed to take 5 inches off. My hair was so long. So long. Bargainer. I don't like that. Oh, Cherie. Okay, what am I going to? Purple. Oh! There's another light route! How did I miss that one? I love finding light routes. It's so exciting. Ran out of stamina. Or the Glee Knock. Lionel with 3 heads. Oh, man! Why did you have to put it that way? Ooh. Yeah, I'll fight my first Gleeok or Glee Knock or whatever it is on stream because why not? Good gracious. I've got Colgate mandibles. So, yeah. Die, all of you. I want your Zonite, and I want it now. Huh? Seriously? Get in the ground here. I'll take all your Zonite, put all your money in the bag. All your Zonite in the bag. Question, can I mine zonite with those big giant blocks? Can I just like drop them on the thing? Drop them on the deposits? Look at all the pose. I love collecting pose. I love it so much. We had a great trip. It was so much fun. We had a blast. Is this gonna work? I don't think so. Okay. Well, now we know. It was great, but it is very nice to be home. It's nice to be in our own space, and it was... I had one day that I was very, very stressed out. I ended up meeting 2 of my old friends there, and we actually met within like 30 minutes of each other. So right after one of my friends left my dad's house, she'd brought her little boy. We tried to meet up sans kids, but I'm not entirely sure why this is the case, but I feel really uncomfortable asking my stepmom to babysit because I feel like when I ask her, if she doesn't really approve of what I'm doing when, like, for instance, if I were to go to her and be like, hey, so my dad and I really want to play Halo together. I was wondering if you could watch the girls for an hour. She would probably kind of turn her nose up at that. And not that she would necessarily say no, but I would feel like she'd be very grudging. She might grudgingly say yes, which isn't really, whatever, that's not, she can deal, like, whatever. My dad doesn't have an Xbox anymore, so he couldn't do that. Oh. I heard Stixel bark. But I heard, yeah, I feel like she's a little judgmental of my parenting. She definitely just does things differently than I do. And she has a lot kind of higher expectations. She's a lovely person and I appreciate her. And she did let me, like, they let us into their house. But I just feel like I have to walk around on eggshells just a little bit. And so when it came to like having my friend over, I didn't feel like I could say, hey, I'm going to put the girls down to bed and then I'm going to go off to Cold Stone Ice Creamery and I'm going to meet up with a friend. I just didn't feel like I could do that. And it sucks because I feel like grandparents, I don't know, like my dad and my stepmom are some of the most like functioning grandparents I've got. They're still independent. They can both still drive. Neither one of them have any really serious physical issues like my mom does. So my friend and I got together with our kids all around and it was crazy. And I see a construct back there. Plex construct. Hello. She's a great grandma when she really wants to be, and I know she really judges. I know she was really kind of irritated with the fact that I let Charlotte do a lot of screens while we were there, but I was like, we're on vacation, man. Like, I want to play my game, and it's not like I can go, no, you can't play screens, but Mama's gonna sit here and play screens. And so, for the first couple days we were there, I was really lax on screen time, and I could tell she was not very happy about it. She does not like video games, period. And she makes that very clear. Anyway, so I met with one of my friends with her little boy, and we just went downstairs, and we literally just closed all the doors, and our kids made a huge mess, and I just was like, whatever, she can deal, we'll clean this up later. And then 30 minutes after she left, I was meeting another friend of mine. Both of these friends are actually on the Discord, but they don't tune in that often because they're busy and they have things going on, but we met at a, or is it like huge? Or is it small? Fusion. What? Hold up, let me just pick up these pose. So we went to a McDonald's and the kids played on a play place, you know, but it would have been really nice to meet without kids, but whatever, that's neither here nor there. But that day I felt really frustrated because I felt like I couldn't ask for help. And I don't like feeling that way. But I'm kind of afraid to tell my dad that because I don't want to like I don't want to stir things up and cause drama, and I don't want to. Oh my gosh, it's gigantic. Oh my. No, Ulin, no. Oh yeah, Diablo 4. I think Jordachi said something about Diablo 4, and I meant to say something and then I forgot. Oh my. Okay. gigantic, like so different than the one up on the surface. Tulin blowing away resources. Yeah, like there they go. Some people just don't understand video games. I get to be the cool grandpa soon, due in the next month. That is very exciting. That plays games with my grandkids. Some of my favorite things, some of my favorite memories I have as I've gotten older is playing Halo with my dad. But he got rid of his Xbox, and I feel like he may have gotten rid of the Xbox partly because he's busy and because partly because he's busy and he has a lot going on, but also partly I think because my stepmom just doesn't like it. And my stepmom just, she I don't say this in a mean way. She just very clearly has things, she has priorities, and she feels like her priorities take priority. And video games are wasteful, and there's nothing good that really comes out of playing them. And so she always has things she wants to do around the house, and she always has a lot of things. She kind of orders my dad around a lot. But I also think my dad kind of needs ordering around, because I think my dad would kind of sit around a lot if it weren't for her being like, okay, we're going to go do this. But I do think there's a balance there. I don't know. So, wait. I already have the dark too. Oh. I do not have that. Is that the Gloom outfit? Tunic acquired by offering oh yeah, Gloom resistance. Look at that. Okay, so wait, are there like pants too? I imagine you get that. Okay, I have those. I have all these things. Wait, a sword once wielded by a hero in an ancient age. When it's grasped, a strange sense of nostalgia washes over you. Take it when going alone would otherwise be dangerous. Okay, but that's not the Master Sword, is it? My daughter, still in high school, likes to flex to her friends that I have a PS5. I think that's a great flex. Yeah, I don't know. I get along with my mother, my stepmom, fine, but I do kind of feel like I'm walking around just a little bit on eggshells when I go to their house, and it's not my dad that makes me feel that way. I just can feel that like she wants to get up and she wants to. I did overhear her. She was talking to her daughter on the phone. They were replacing a sink vanity together and making plans for that. And I heard her say something like, "Well, Susie and her children are still here, and you know they don't make plans." And I was like, I beg your pardon. We've made plans that every day we've been here. And I'm sorry if I want to lay around and play my game and let my daughter play her game while my baby is sleeping. I do not see a problem with that, but she obviously, she's bad at hiding her. Oh, okay. All right. That makes sense. The more statues you find. Seek my brother in this land. Okay, are you going to tell me where they are? Or does the one in Lookout Landing, is that... Oh, that's a construct over there. Okay. Is that the only one that... I know, I'm not at my house. We're not really on our same routine. I don't really understand what... I guess next time I go out there, I think next time my dad offers to like bring us out there or offers us to stay or whatever, I think I need to be very because I don't want to rock the boat, and I don't want to cause contention between the two of them. And they are happy, and that's fine. And it's not like she was mean. She wasn't, but she was a little on the passive aggressive side. But I think the next time we go out there, if there is a next time, I hope there is, because I hope my dad sticks around for a long time. I think I'll probably just be like, okay, well, I did have a conversation with my dad, and I was like, so he said, I'd love to treat you to breakfast. And I was like, that sounds lovely. And then I said, that means I'd have to leave the girls here. And I don't feel like and in order for me to ask for babysitting, I have to be very specific, and I have to be very like cordial about it. I have to kind of like be like, would you watch the girls so I can go to breakfast with my dad? I cannot assume, I cannot throw it out there and just be like, oh, hey, so my dad and I want to go to breakfast. Can I leave the girls with you? Or I'm going to leave the girls with you or whatever. I have to be very what is the word I'm looking for? I have to basically like make a proposal. Be like, hey, so my dad and I were talking and we'd like to go to breakfast together. And so my dad didn't disagree with me. And I was just like, well, okay. So he was like, I'll talk to her. I said, okay. So I think he knows, but I don't want to be anyway. So I wish I could have spent some time with my friends without our kids around because it was absolutely crazy, but it's okay. It is okay. We had a really great time and it was fine. It was fine. It was fine. Even tied. Okay. 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 You guys, I might not even finish Link to the Past. I won't lie. Like, it's fun and it's great, but I don't know. I may not even finish it. Where? Show me. Oh, that is a place where I have actually... Okay, well, I only have 10 more minutes to stream today, so Eventide Island is not going to happen today, but I will not do Eventide Island without you guys. How about that? Where am I going? Dubs. Over here. Oh, this means I've pretty much already come across this and not actually known what it was. Now there is a thing. Oh, wait. My grandmother told me I was spending too much time playing games. I think it may have been my destiny to not visit anymore. I mean, I do believe there is such thing as a screen addiction, video game addiction. I totally get that. But I was on vacation. It's not like I was just laying around at my own house and letting Charlotte watch as many screens as she wanted. And I don't know, she is very much, she just is very different than me. she's a totally different generation. I do think she is part of the reason my dad gave up his Xbox, and that makes me sad because when we were just out there, you know, just this past week, my brother was there and my sister was also there, and I was just thinking to myself, man, I would love to play Halo together. Like, we're all out here at the same time, you know. It's okay. She was also very kind, and she has 2 cats that Auden adored. Oh my gosh. Auden was just over the moon. Every single morning she got to go out and pet the kitties, and she loved it. And my stepmom and I are just 2 very, very different people. Oh, I just missed it. But here's just... Wow, first hate on Majora's Mask, not the beloved Link to the Past. No, I'm not saying that I hate on it. I'm just saying I may not finish it because I just want to play Tears of the Kingdom. But we'll see. I should probably finish it. Dude, was it Trekkie that told me to keep my camera locked on north? Because... Thank you. Not all heroes wear capes. Where? Is it up? Susie. It's Femi! How's it going, Femi? It's good to see you. I hope you had a lovely day today. So much zonite? It is good. Oh, man. Oh, no, I have my water here. There is video game addiction, but there's also New Zelda syndrome. Amen to that. Oh, is that a waterfall? Whoa. I had that struggle when my mom remarried. We absolutely could not talk Mariners baseball as Ed doesn't like sports. Yeah, I can't talk video games with my dad when my mother-in-law or my stepmom's around. She'll be like, we need to change the subject. Like, point blank. She'll be like, let's talk about something else. I'm like, okay. But I've kind of talked to my dad about it, and I kind of put some feelers out, and I was like, do you feel kind of like she's kind of stifles you sometimes? I was trying to be as respectful as possible. And he said, you know, Colleen just comes from a very different, you know, it's just different for her. She just has different tastes. I'm sorry, do the statues get, like, larger with every visit? What do I do? Do I, like, ascend through this? I do. Locking it to north gives you a good directional reference. I'll say. That's brilliant. Oh, there it is. Maybe? Yes. Where's your face? Oh my gosh, you're huge. Ugh, okay. Is he bigger? I can't tell. Wow, he's gigantic. I will make an offering to you. Yep, yes, that's what I came here for. Stay a moment. Namaste. Dark trousers. Okay, I'll take the dark trousers. Wait. Oh, so they have not come up with... Wait, what? So this is different than the Tunic of the Depths. So do I have to buy all the trousers? All the trousers. Buy all the trousers! Do I have to buy all the clothes from them before they'll offer me the Depths trousers? Video games plus my ADHD can be funny. Sometimes I'm like, woo, video game time. Sometimes I'm like, me no want to play a game right now. I actually feel that. And I don't have ADHD, so. It's been a lot lately. One of my dogs had surgery on Monday. Oh, Femi, I'm so sorry. It's been rough to keep her calm and keep the other dog away from her so they won't play. Otherwise, wound can reopen and infect. Ooh, yeah, no. That sounds like a really bad time. You do not want to... Oh no. Oh, I thought that was the... They're big chunguses or chungai? What is the plural of chungus? Even more statues? Oh, so I just need to find a different one? This is not the right one. Okay. I gotcha. At this point, I wouldn't get into another relationship unless she likes video games and sports and jazz and... Depth set is awesome sauce. That's what my sister said. Ah, fruit fly. Ah, okay. This is pretty much where I'm going to have to leave it for today because I got to go wake my baby and we've got errands to run. We got a birthday party to go to tomorrow for a 2-year-old and I don't really know what I'm going to buy for said 2-year-old, but I almost feel like bringing a present to a 2-year-old for their birthday party is kind of silly because they're 2. I don't know. Anyway. But, all I'm saying, listen, I am not hating, I'm not hating on Link to the Past at all. I love Link to the Past. But when it comes to playing games, I'm like, I just really want to play Tears of the Kingdom. But I can't stream the whole thing. It's too much. It's just too much for me to stream the whole thing. So, you know, we'll just have to see. But what happens is I sit down to play and I'm like, I should probably just play Tears of the Kingdom because everybody, I mean, I know there are spoilers and there are some people that don't want to. I don't mean to spoil things for people. I'm not doing storyline things because I don't want to spoil that for anybody. My wife used to play Mario, so we had something to talk about in regards to video games. Nowadays, she just stays so focused on kids and house and work that she says she doesn't have time for hobbies. But I suspect her screen time count says otherwise. Well, that's what cracks me up, is that I can be sitting in the room with my dad and my stepmom, and both of them, I can be talking to them about something, and both of them will not even look at me. They will both be on their phones. And I'm like, addicted to screens, huh? My dad also is like hard of hearing, kind of. And so he wears hearing aids, which his phone can like connect to, but he'll still watch like Facebook videos on almost full volume in the kitchen. It's even while I'm talking to him, but he doesn't realize they're so loud because he can't hear very well. Oh, it just makes me laugh. It's fine. It's fine. We had a great time and I'm happy to be home, but we had a lovely time and I'm really glad I got to hang out with 2 of my good friends. I have always been the type of person that I've always had lots of friends in my life, but they've all come and gone. And my sister has a really fabulous set of friends that she's had since like middle school. I am not that way. My friends have come and gone out of my life. And when it used to be that when I went back to Utah, I would try to reach out to everybody, all my old friends, and try to get together with people. And nobody ever made the time for me. And that's fine. People have their own lives. That's totally fine. But as the years have passed, I've learned who is willing to make the time to come and see me and like come hang out with me and who isn't. And so over time, my list of friends to see has grown smaller and smaller and smaller. And this time around, I got to see the 2 people I really wanted to see the most, other than my family. So I'm really, really grateful for that. We had a really good time, and it was nice. Uh, Basically, Dad is willing to make time for Susie. You guys bring so much joy into my life, and I missed streaming a lot. I obviously consider you guys my friends, and I really, really appreciate the support and the friendship and everything. And it was weird not streaming for a week. But I actually kind of debated on whether or not I was going to stream today, because I was like, well, it's Friday, you know, it's the end of the week. And then I was thinking, who am I kidding? My baby's going to go down for a nap. Of course I'm going to stream. I want to like hang out with my people. Also, Auden is, I feel like she exploded in like language and stuff while we were in Utah. And all of a sudden she started like stringing more words together, making more sentences. We got so many cute little videos, but Discord won't let me post them because they're like big file sizes, I guess. But I can go get her and bring her in here. But she did really well on the plane ride, both there and back. Both my girls did. They did really, really great. They were direct flights, which helps. But what's wrong with Dark Trousers? See, this is why people need to play Zelda 2. Such disrespect for Dark Link. No. Okay, all right. I'll get the Dark Trousers. Fine. I'll get them. It's fine. Hey, you? Dark Trousers? I have the dark tunic already. So do you get like the dark, like glowy eyes, maybe? Yeah, I have one in my inventory, right? Yeah. Okay, all right, it's fine. I got it. What's wrong? There is no respect. So we had a lovely time, and everything was great, but I'm glad to be home and glad to kind of get back into the swing of things. Charlotte has summer school next week. She has like a STEM kind of science techie kind of camp next week for 4 days. That's Monday through Thursday. And then her swimming lessons start in July. But I have a whole lot of like projects I'd like to do around the house. And this summer, once Ander slows down just a little bit, we are pulling up our carpet. Hooray! Ander was finally like, you know what? It doesn't matter. We just have to do it. We can't just sit around and wait for the finances or whatever. He was like, we just have to find a way to do it. Because my girl's allergies disappeared in Utah. Shocker. So, and we came back here and Charlotte's nose got stuffed and my nose got plugged last night. And I agree with Chain. There are only 2 video games right now, Tears of the Kingdom and not Tears of the Kingdom. Maybe I'll start like, I don't know. Maybe I will start something else. I'm not really sure. Fishing, well, it's hot. It's really hot. So people don't want to be out as much, especially they'll do morning trips, but they don't want to be out as much in the middle of the day because it is just hot. So there's that. Ander jumps in the lake after some of his trips because it's so hot. Okay, Avatar is on for tomorrow. Avatar is on for tomorrow, 12:30. I need to update that because that's when she goes down now. 12:30 p.m. Central. Yes, spring and fall. I don't ever see Ander ever. He's just working all the time, which is great because I need new walking shoes. I need new face wash. I need a new wallet. I'm seeing all these really cool designs for wallets, like really sleek, cool little wallets on Instagram. Instagram knows me so well. Anyway, but yes, Avatar tomorrow in the Discord. I will post a reminder for it. But that should be tomorrow at 12:30 Central. We are a little over halfway through book 2. So that will be happening tomorrow, provided Auden naps. If she doesn't nap, then we'll get 1 episode watched, maybe 2, but she should. So our RZR writing season is pretty much over until like September because, oh yeah, no, I can't even imagine. It's so bad. It's so hot. And it was like 65 degrees Fahrenheit in Utah the whole time we were there. And it wasn't humid and it was overcast every day. It was absolute perfection. It was so great. No, spring and fall. I don't see Ander at all, which is great. No, I just mean he makes money, which is great because I like buying things sometimes, not all the time. I can control myself, but let me go get Auden. Hold on. I can control myself. I can. Yeah. We had a good nap. We got a bedhead. Our first 100 of the year is expected next Friday. I think we're supposed to hit 100 on Wednesday. Yeah, it's supposed to get up to 100. Ugh. And I mowed the front lawn today and half the back lawn before my lawnmower battery died. And I am not looking forward to finishing it, but I have to finish it tonight. I don't want to just leave it half mowed. So I mowed the front and the back until I ran out of battery. I heard a forecast that said we might not make it out of the 80s this June. That sounds amazing. Although a couple days ago, Anders said we had a day where it didn't get higher than the 60s. That is unheard of. In Texas in June? That's totally unheard of. I know retail therapy is nice. I still haven't completely given up on getting an Apple Watch, but I think there are other things I should probably spend that money on. Instead of, I still need a new ring. I still need a new wedding ring. I have one favorited on Etsy, but, oh, is my sound working? Oh my gosh, I think I fixed it. But I say that every time. Oh my gosh, I think I did. I think I actually did fix it. Do you see the bird?
I did it!
I think so. I don't know.
Did you guys see that? I did it!
We might not make it into the 80s. Oh, goodness. Can I move to where you live? That sounds amazing. Turkey also doesn't have lawns there. Water bill is way less with no grass. Yeah, I would have a no-mow grass. I would have or a no-mow lawn. I would have xeriscaped or whatever, but that means I have to do it all, and I don't want to do that all. Oh, but see, Colorado gets so much snow, though. That's why we don't want to move anywhere with snow. I don't know. After Anders stops being bishop, which will happen roughly within about a year and a half, a little less than a year and a half, that's when we really have to start thinking about where we're going to go next. But it's not like we can just up and move, because Anders has a whole entire business based in Central Texas. But he has some ideas for how to kind of grow his business and kind of branch out to a couple different things that don't involve guiding all the time. I think his YouTube channel is one of those things. You guys should all go subscribe to Anders' YouTube channel, because he's so close to 1,000 subscribers, and he can monetize once he hits 1,000 subscribers. So you should all go subscribe to him. I'm going to put his name. You can go subscribe to his YouTube channel, and then that'll bump him up to, he hasn't put videos on there in forever because he doesn't have time to do actual video editing anymore. And I think someday, because he's told me some of the things he wants to put into motion, he can't do until he has more time, and more time usually comes when both girls are in school. I think his YouTube channel is one of those things, because he hasn't posted anything on his YouTube channel in years, and he still gets new subscribers every couple of days. So I really think he could be successful with that, but you can't monetize till you get 1,000 subscribers. So you should all go subscribe so he can bump up to that and start staying home more and making videos instead of being out on the water. Anyway, there's my little plug. But we can't move out of where we are now until he can kind of put some things in motion, because his business literally depends on us living in Central Texas. But after he is not bishop anymore, we will definitely start to look at options and look and be like, okay, where could we potentially go? We don't mind a little bit of snow every once in a while. We just don't want a super harsh, cold, snowy. Oh, thanks, DJ. Yeah, I should have put the link in there. Sorry. We just don't want super harsh, freezing cold, snowy winters, because we get cold here in Texas, but it's only for a couple days, and then it goes back up into the 50s, and then it'll drop down to the 30s, 20s for a couple days, and then it'll go back up into the 50s, and that's really, really nice. With YouTube Shorts now, he could literally just post a catch under 1 minute and get hits. Not a ton of editing needed for that. I agree. I think that's one of his things, is that he wants to kind of go more the YouTube route, because he's getting subscribers whether he's posting videos or not. He used to post a lot of videos back before he started guiding full time, which is part of why he was able to open his guiding business because of his YouTube channel. But then all his posting stopped. And he posts little things on social media. Like he posts little things on Instagram, like pictures and stuff. But as far as like actual videos go, he hasn't posted any of those in a really long time because he just doesn't have time to do the editing. So as far as where we'll live after Texas, I have no idea, but we still have at least a couple years before we can pack up and move out of Texas if we do decide to move out of Texas. Colorado's Front Range isn't really harsh. It snows a bit, but normally doesn't stick around long. How's the bass fishing in Colorado? That's the problem. We need somewhere with good bass fishing, huh? Yeah. I'd love to stay in Austin, but we can't afford Austin. So, what did Padawan say? We don't have any vacancies. We could come. You would never know we were even there. No, I'm just kidding. My stepmom definitely, I could tell, was ready for us to be like gone. She was definitely ready to have her house back. And okay, I know there are big bass in Alabama, and I've mentioned that to Ander. And I think my brother-in-law just got a job with NASA and is moving to Alabama. Almost positive. Super cool. Missouri is relatively inexpensive. Lots of fishing. Weather is okay, though it gets humid. Okay, so we've actually talked about Missouri. Kansas City is supposed to be phenomenal. So we've actually talked about Missouri. So there's that. We've talked about Alabama. We've talked about the Carolinas. But all of this is so far in the future. I mean, it'll be here before I know it, but like, who knows? But I don't know if we'll stay in Texas. I know, shocker. But we don't want to stay where we are, and we don't know where else to move in Texas because Houston is too humid. I don't think we can afford Dallas, and we can't afford Austin. And those are kind of the three places where I'm like, well, yeah, little cupcake. Huh, little pumpkin. Can you say, what's the time, Mrs. Wolf? Oh my gosh, we played that so much when we were at my dad's out in the backyard. Their grass was like carpet. It was so plush and thick and soft. No fire ants. We were barefoot out there playing Mrs. Wolf. We had a blast. Houston's fine if you stay inside. Huntsville is a big space town. Oh, well. What you doing? We got errands to run, huh? Yeah, we do. You're getting a Buc-ee's in northern Colorado. Nice. We are getting a Costco 45 minutes from us, and I'm so tempted. It's opening next month. I'm so tempted to get a membership because we could go down there like every 3 weeks or like once a month or something and get paper goods, dog food, you know, things like that, and then eat lunch down there. And Ander was like, no, you will go down there twice, and then you will say it is too far. And I was like, well, maybe when Auden stops napping. Is that the Stixel? Oh, we missed our Stixel, girl, didn't we? We really missed Stixel. I'd never live in a state that sounds like misery. I live in misery. Missouri cities, Kansas City and STL will be more expensive, but still probably cheaper than a lot in the nation. Well, we can't afford Austin, and I don't think we can afford Dallas, although there are little suburbs all along the way, you know, but I don't know. It really just kind of depends. At this point, there's no real point in like speculating because we still have quite a ways before we can like actually move anywhere. We just don't want to put roots down here. Oh yeah, we drove past so many Mavericks in Utah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly what my brother-in-law's doing for NASA, but I did hear he got a new job with NASA, and I say congrats to him. Kansas City is a nice place to raise a family, like one of the Kansas side suburbs. That's what I've heard. It really just depends. I don't know, but only time will tell, I guess. We're here for a while. North Texas will be great for you in a couple years. North Texas. And we'll make Waco 2023 happen. Rumi, we also need to make something happen. Maybe we can all make a Waco happen. Wouldn't that be so fun? Depending on what you're doing, it can be a bit of a misery. Education is highly underfunded, and I work in education, so yeah, not great. Education is not great in Texas either. It's kind of not great anywhere, honestly. Education is struggling. NWA is rising in prices, but I will definitely recommend it to anyone. NWA, what is NWA? Everywhere is getting pricey. everywhere, like everywhere. You can't. Oh, Northwest Arkansas. Oh, he makes 6 figures and can't afford a home in Seattle. What? That's insane. I don't understand. I don't even pretend to understand. Is that the Stixel pupper? That is the Stixel pupper. We love the Stixel pupper. I love you guys so much. You have brought the biggest smile to my face today. I wasn't having a bad day, but you guys all made my day so much better. I love each one of you. I love the support and the friendship, and I know Twitch is kind of a weird place right now. I know they just sent out an updated affiliate agreement where apparently you can't simulcast places anymore, and people are all mad about it. I have not had any problems with Twitch, and I don't have any plans to go anywhere, so I am perfectly happy with where I am, and I don't know. I think Twitch probably will eventually. I don't know what will replace it. I've tried streaming on YouTube, and I don't feel like it really has. I feel like discoverability is terrible. I feel like discoverability is still better on Twitch than anywhere else. But then again, it really kind of depends on your work you put into it, because if you don't put other content elsewhere, then you will have a hard time growing. I don't know. As far as things go right now, I don't have any plans to go anywhere. My aunt and uncle moved to Utah from California because they didn't want to work 80 hours a week to afford to live there. Yeah, my father-in-law lives in California, and he makes really good money, and they live in a pretty modest little house, and it's worth at least $1 million, probably, just because it's been there for so long. They did add on to it, I think, because his mom lives with them, but like, it's not anything super crazy. It doesn't look like $1 million house by any means. I thought Rumi was recommending gangster rap. I was puzzled. Colorado was getting pricey before the rest of the U.S. joined the trend. Well, yeah, I don't know. Our house has gone up, which is nice. So hopefully we can, make something off of it when we move eventually. But I don't know. That's like, one day we will all be in the metaverse using avatars to sip tea and play video games together. I agree. Someday, I'll never be able to hang out with everybody, all of you in person, but maybe someday we can all hang out in the metaverse together. The closest we ever came was when I built my PC, and everybody like came together in that chat room, and we had a lot of people there, and that was really, really fun. But we certainly weren't playing games together. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Avatar. I'll post information on the Discord for that, and then I'll be back on Monday. I don't have any plans to do anything on Sunday, I don't think, but if anything comes up, then I'll let you guys know. But as far as I know, I don't have anything planned. Because Katie and I finished Portal 2. I don't know. I haven't really thought about that. I'm thinking I'll just stay in Vegas, even with the drought. You can still get a decent home in Missouri for $100,000 to $150,000. My house was $60,000 just before the pandemic, but it's also very small. I think ours has gone up $100,000 since we bought it, I think. We'll never, all of us will be together, all of us together in the same place and hang out. I'm not saying I won't meet any of you in real life. I'm just saying all of like everybody in chat right now will probably never be in the same place, like physically. You guys are awesome. You're so kind, Femi. You guys bring smiles to me as well. I really, really appreciate you guys so much, and I missed you a lot. I loved having my little vacation, but I am happy to be back and get back into the swing of things and get back into my routine, because it's hard, especially with little kids. It's really hard not having that like routine and everything. So I am very, very happy to be back. Not with that attitude. Oh, Rumi, you and Michael are two little peas in a pod. I love it. I am perfectly fine with making some sort of metaverse thing. I think of like, what is that book? The Ready Player One, right? Where everybody was all hanging out in like the oasis. We're not far from that. We're not far from that. I don't think we are. It's your dude that matters. It's your dude. Everybody have a lovely, lovely day. Remember how much you matter. You guys are so kind. I love each one of you, and I appreciate your support. Thank you so much for the sub, Basically Dad. I really appreciate that so much. We're going to go run our errands, and all of us on the trampoline. I did miss the trampoline. That's nice, but it's hot. We need to have my mother-in-law make a shade for it or something because wow, it gets really hot out there. You guys are great. Have a good rest of your day, night, whatever, wherever. I'll see you guys tomorrow for the watch party. I'll post details on Discord for that. Don't forget to go subscribe to Ander so he can monetize that channel. The quicker he can monetize the channel and like start putting out videos and stuff, the less he has to actually work out on the water, which would be awesome. So yeah, go do that. That is the only time I will ever ask you guys to actually subscribe to anything. I love each one of you. Everybody have a good rest of your day and your night or whatever, and I will see all of you guys next time. Mwah. See you later.